Hello everyone, hello. This video will be checking out the new 4th of July skins and like the cool MLRS tower. In order for you to buy the tower or skins, you have to go to this guy, Mr. Homelander over here, which we have MLRS, the event, not really an event tower, it's more just a 4th of July tower, I guess. We have the Homelander skin for Refractor, the Wahlburger skin for Oil Rig, which has John Roblox's Camaro, I think. Kinda forgot the card name. And one of my more favorite skins in this event, I think, I'm not really too sure. The Spider Behemoth tank skin. There's also the Bomber power-up, which the MLRS already has, so I'm not gonna buy one. Plus, I'm also kinda broke on burgers and Robux. There's also the 4th of July crate, which I already own every skin on it. There's the barbecue emote, which I have, and the fountain emote, which I also have. So without further ado, let's see what the skins are and the MLRS. The first tower I'll be reviewing is, of course, Oil Rigs' skin over here. At level 0, there's a whatever the freaking thing was called, I'm just gonna call it Whack Donald's. We have the Camaro here just doing laps, ordering presumably whatever John likes. At level 1, it gets, I think, some plants. Level 2, it has, I think, a weird looking like gate thing, a sign over here at the front, and now it has a Whack Donald's thingy over here. At level 3 top path, the Camaro turns into the, I think John's Tesla truck, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure if he actually does have one or not. And now the drive-thru has like this roof over here. At level 4, it looks a little bit more modern, you know, just the Soulless Corporation looking thing. We have the Wahlburger over here. And at max level, top path, it becomes bigger, of course. There's bushes now. The drive-thru is really small. The sign now has a burger instead of just a W. And yeah, that's what it looks like for top path. Now, for bottom path, oh, wrong tower. For bottom path, it gets pretty much the same thing. This time, John Roblox still uses his Camaro. The thing's being held up by a Whack Donald sign over there. And I just noticed something before we continue bottom path. For some reason, if you upgrade it at like to a certain level, I thought it was like a weird door like looking thing, you know, like those glass window doors or something, but no, it's just the doors just fall off. I think John needs to fix this skin if he cares enough, of course. It's still kind of funny just to see the doors. Like you just place it, and then once you get to level 2, the doors just, or like not the doors, the glass just falls out. Anyways, where were we? Bottom path level 4 looks more of like the old-fashioned traditional version of what it's based off of. Looking kind of like a, I don't know, like a barn or something like that? Or like just a family restaurant in general. There's also supposed to be like a menu sign thing over here, but I think it also fell through the floor. And at max level, it just looks like a family, a family restaurant, yeah. The sign over here now, it has a 3D burger, and on top of it, it has a W on it. The restaurant just looks, honestly, a lot more lively than this one. And yeah, overall, this might be an Oil Rig skin that I'll probably use for quite a bit. Might switch it out for Teto, but I'm not too sure. The next tower we'll be looking at is now the MLRS, which seems to work similar to artillery, so in order for me to actually place down the MLRS, it needs to be in range of any part of the path here. MLRS over here has a 14-second reload time, and each of these missiles deal about 265 damage, which is honestly really good. And of course, since this is kind of like an artillery tower, you can press G and aim it wherever you want on the path. Well, for now I can only aim this much because, well, I needed to place this tower. At level 1, it now has a bigger, can shoot more of these rocket pods now. At level 2, it gets an antenna like thingy up here for more range. Level 3, I think, just ups up the damage a bit and now has American flag on the rocket pods over here and just deal a bunch more damage, of course. At level 4, the antenna now looks a lot more different, making it so this thing can target hidden now. Now, you might be asking, what do you mean that it can target hidden? Can't you just target it just by controlling it? Well, you see, MLRS works a little different. You can actually control it like an artillery or let it fight on its own. So making have stealth detection might actually help a lot in like really long maps. And of course at max level, personally max level just looks so weird, honestly. I know this is supposed to be like a 4th of July tower, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. I feel like they should have like had a separate skin for like a 4th of July type of coloring, you know, instead of max level looking like this, because it just, I'm not gonna lie, it just looks silly, you guys. It just, I don't know. But what's OP about this tower is not about just its DPS in general and basically full map range, but its ability over here, which is the ability that was in the shop earlier, the carpet bomb. Just have a look at the ability, dog. Like, look at this. Yes, you can set it on any part of the map. And yes, that is the ability. It has about like 100 or so second cooldown, but man, that's overpowered. But I want to talk about the MLRS a little bit more after I beat Eradicator Mark 4 over here. At some point, the MLRS over here was genuinely such an overpowered tower. The moment you placed one down, it was just raps for the mode. Let's just say you just brought in like Shotgunner and then MLRS. All you had to do was just survive the wave until you were able to place an MLRS, and expert mode became a cakewalk. Heck, only 4. I'm pretty sure that's the max, right? Well, they upped it up to 6 now in solos, but back then I think it was only max of 4. But yeah, only 4 either way could literally solo like almost the entire wave of expert mode. The only time it struggled was probably against explosive resistance enemies, because, well, I don't know if you guys knew this, but these MLRSs shoot explosives. And you may ask, isn't that how they still lose? They lose to explosive resistant enemies? Nope. Remember it had ignore explosive resistance at some point. So yeah, if there was like a bullet resistant, explosive resistant enemy here, it's just gone. So yeah, it's a reasonable change to nerf this a little. Before they kind of nerfed it like super badly to the point where it was not even worth using it, but now I think it's a balanced tower personally. Now on to the next skin, and my favorite skin of the list currently, the Spider Behemoth tank. On its base path, it looks like an Area 51, like super secret like government hangar for like, you know, the spider tank thing. At level 0, this is what it looks like. At level 0, it has nothing really that special. It just has 6 spider legs, some purple coloring for its camera slash viewing area, I think. It looks kind of like modified Abrams, but now it just has spider legs, of course. 3 green light things. Oh, and it died. At level 1, I don't think anything much changed. I think the only thing that changed was now there's these antennas, but I'm not really too sure. I'm pretty sure that's the only change that I see. Like a air vent, like heater thing, so the pilot inside doesn't get overheated or something. That, or just the engine doesn't overheat. Level 2 Behemoth now has this weird like camera thing on its turret. Honestly, it just looks kind of goofy personally. I feel like if they made it a little bit more smaller, then I think it would be cool, but it just looks a little dumb. There's now these Abrams markings on its legs, and now it has the US flag on it. Very cool. At level 3, it has this weird muzzle looking thing, which again, I just feel like they made the thing like a little too big, the muzzle. If they just made it a little bit more smaller, then it would have looked cooler, but it just looked like they just taped on like an empty roll of toilet paper and just carved a hole and called it a day. At level 4, the legs now have a little bit more of like armor on it. There's now 2 of the barrels, of course. Again, the cameras or whatever these things are at the front are just too big. And a very big elephant in the room, these muscles. It just looks like they just like placed 2 giant cinder blocks on the freaking end of the barrel and just call it a day again. Like I promise you, if the barrel or like the muzzle of the barrel was like smaller, it would have looked so much more cooler. But this just looks too goofy, bro. I swear. Oh look, there's Eradicator Mark 1 combat, and it just killed it just killed a few of my combat medics, but it's not really too bad. Oh wait, what's the shooting at? No! They blew up McDonald's! And at max level, the turret of the tank has these extensions for, of course, the rockets. The barrel now looks a lot more, honestly, personally, a lot more cooler. It has a minigun turret on top of it, which unfortunately the minigun doesn't rotate. It walks slower, and overall the color looks a lot more darker, you know. Now this is what I expected for the behemoth tank spider skin thing. Now this looks cool, not that level 3 or level 4 version of the behemoth spider tank. I like how they made the turret, or at least the barrel of the tank, look like this. Similar to like the regular behemoth top half tank. And the muzzle, like, now this just looks so much more cooler. Because if they made this oversized again, I'm just gonna like, bro, this skin is not even worth buying. But now, it looks really cool. And same with the shape of the turret in general. It just looks so much more better compared to the level 3 or level 4 versions of Top Pass. No, all my McDonald's got freaking destroyed. Oh well, I can just build more anyways. Also, Top Pass at max looks like this, which I really like the base. It looks very futuristic-esque kind of vibe. I like sci-fi-ish. Now on for Bottom Pass. Bottom Pass's base looks like this. It looks a little bit more like space-like, you know. It looks very sciencey and spacey. And for the Spider Behemoth Tank's bottom path, it becomes a hover tank with railguns on it, which again more emphasizes more of the space type of vibe to it. Space or like futuristic vibe to it, which I really like. But my main problem is honestly the turret. I don't know why, but the turrets, they don't look right. I think they might have installed it a little too low. It just feels like if you're aiming like low enough, it'll just hit the back of the tank or something. I mean, I guess that's why the front part is just completely gone, so I could aim down properly. Even then, I still like the design that bottom path goes for a hover tank. Then we have a level 4 hover tank here, which honestly, I can't really find any difference besides probably the antennas and American flag. What's the difference? I seriously can't see the difference. Yeah, I don't see the difference, honestly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no difference between the level 4 look and the level 3 look, which I guess is a little sad, but it's whatever. I still like the bottom path version. And then we finally have the max bottom path behemoth, which doesn't look as goofy, but it still looks a little off, I suppose. Oh no, is behemoth gonna die to these guys? Yep. Actually, oh god, I might actually die. Oh god, please, top as behemoth, I need you. Please. Oh, never mind, they just barely survived. Yay! Good job, refractors and behemoths. You're the best. The max bottom path behemoth, honestly, I think the only difference is now it just has a middle turret now, and oh, I forgot, of course, the barrels are slightly more extended. Besides that, I think that's basically it. I don't really see any more changes to its models. I might be dumb or something, but I don't know, the models overall look the same, besides for like the gun maybe, for level 3 and 4. The level 5, of course, you can see the difference being only the gun, and the main tank is no different, I think. And on to the last skin, and most expensive skin on this stupid shop. I worked so long, I was in the trenches of nightmare trying to get this stupid skin. God dang it, Visor, Apex Predator! Alright, finally, this final skins after that annoying Apex Predator incident. Anyways, I have level 1 over here, which has a bit of the American flag, and of course he has a bit of muscle. He doesn't look as crazy, he looks kind of normal actually and scared. He doesn't really have a cape, but he also has just back muscle over here. Level 1, he gets some stars on his glove and his neck brace, I think. nothing new on the back. Level 2, the American flag thing is now gone. Now there's just this weird red thing on it. The belt now has a golden eagle on it. The shoes have more details than the eagle as well. And now he wears a cape. At level 3, he gets these cool golden eagle head shoulder pads over here. Nothing much changed at front, it seems. And now his cape, instead of just being a plain red, it now looks like the American flag. And at level 4 / near max, he now has a lot more muscle, it seems. He has a bit of what it looks like blood on him. He now, I'm pretty sure, has like evil smile, right? Yeah, you can barely see it. Does the earlier level? Oh yeah, it does. And if you're wondering, the level 1 to 2, I don't think has that maniacal smile. It's just scared. Level 4, there's just a lot of blood on it. There's now a little bit more of the red things, looking like a cool design thing. In fact, there's clearly blood on the cape and on a bit of this fit. And at max level, there's the golden eagle freaking shoulder pad things. Now there's only one of them, and it's a full eagle over here, and that it's attached by a chain on his cape over here. And I think that's all for his looks. We already discussed about his muscles, of course, over here, and this is what his shooting animation looks like. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now for bottom path. Bottom path, personally, I really like because of how stupid it is, just so random. We have level 3 bottom path, which is Butcher with the baby over here. And if you're wondering, yes, the beam is blue. The beam is indeed blue, you guys. At level 3 bottom path, Butcher is just wearing regular clothes with him freaking carrying the baby, I suppose. At level 4, he now wears a trench coat or just a coat in general. There's a calamity going on over there. Let's just continue the review. At level 5, he now, I think, yeah, he only carries a crowbar with a little bit of blood on his coat. And yeah, that's his animation. He just aims the baby and the baby just shoots blue light. So yeah, personally, this is, even though it was a small change, a small update, like adding like a few skins, like 3 I think, and 1 cool unique tower. It was quite a disaster for just this single tower alone. This tower is just, I mean, I really like this update either way. We got a super OP tower for a bit. We have a spider behemoth tank, a spider tank skin, which I'm happy about. And I'm gonna die over here. How am I not dying right now? There we go. We got a Whack Donald skin for oil rig. And of course we have the boys. We have Excuse Me Sir over here. We have Homelander. And yeah, overall, if I had to rank this from 1 to 10, I'd give it a personal 7 out of 10. Of course, it wasn't really that big of an update. Of course, it was just to celebrate 4th of July. But yeah, even then, it was still a pretty cool update. Of course, my favorite skin is Spider Tank. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you actually enjoyed it, hit the bell icon or turn on notifications because I post a video every single decade, and share this video as well if you like. And I'll see you guys later. Calamity, why did you have to ruin the show, bro? Move!